Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again, and we're painting again on the computer. I know, it's not oil painting, it's not gouache painting or watercolours or acrylics, it's computer art. And I actually enjoy it, I gotta be honest with you, it's fun. And it gives me ideas for oil paintings as well, because you can design your paintings on here and then print them out, and then you've got your reference. Or you could, if you're really cool and you've got an iPad or something, you can take your iPad into your art room or wherever you paint, and then you've got the picture. But anyway, I'm still a bit old fashioned. I still print stuff out. So anyway, here we go. I've got an eco printer though. Yes. So this is the picture we're going to use. Why have I got rid of it? This is the picture we're going to use as our reference, and it's quite a good one actually. It's a scene that I used to see a lot when I was a school kid. I used to run up here on the PE days when we used to do cross-country running. I used to hate it. I really used to hate it. But anyway, when I was running up here one time, panting like a dog, I saw someone painting there, right there, painting the view over there. And I said to this bloke, I wish I could paint like that. And he goes, yeah, so do I. And this guy, he was a beginner, and he was just trying to paint. And, when you see someone out with an easel, you assume that they're a master. But yeah, he was a beginner trying to paint, and he was struggling, as anybody does when they first start painting outside. It is a struggle, believe you me. If you've not tried it, wow, it's a real eye-opener. So, anyway, I used to walk up and down here as well with my dog Toby, and I used to look in the river, see what's there. I used to see the odd fish, swans, they would nest here, and ducks. I like ducks. I like the mallard ducks. And it was good. And I took a picture of it. Did I say over 10 years ago this picture is? And that's when I wanted to start painting, and I would take pictures like this thinking, that'd be amazing as a painting. And then I'd try and paint it, and I couldn't do it. But we don't worry about that anymore. I don't worry about not being able to paint stuff. I just have a go anyway. I used to worry all the time, like, I can't do it, I can't paint. I'm never going to be able to paint a painting. It was the way I used to think. So I'm just using my mouse to do this bit. You're just blocking in, really. Just like you would as an oil painter, you'd block in colour. And you can even use a mixing brush. I think it's that one. And it mixes the colour, look. Works better with the pen. And I can just go, just blend it. See, you can blend. Isn't that good? Blending away. Blend it away. Of course, you can then add more paint and then blend that. It's amazing what you can do on computers nowadays. Got a little bit of hiccups going on. Beautiful. We'll go with that. This is going to be a sketch, really. So, I like the idea of these clouds. We haven't even designed this, have we? We've just gone, let's go for it. My name's Jason, I don't need to design, I can do whatever I like. Oh no, I've done that. I don't like it when I do that. I just paint on the background layer, and then you can't separate it. But it doesn't matter, because that is the background, so it doesn't matter too much. Getting a bit warm. Put my heater on when I first came in. because it was freezing, and now my heating's come on. The heating's come on, and not only that, how far across shall I do this? Do something like that. So we'll make this path a bit bigger here. Doesn't that look lush in that bit? I might change my brush as well at some point. So we've got that, and then we'll have this. Right there. And then this. Something like that there. Of course it disappears as it goes away. So I'm using a pen, and it's touch sensitive, so when you touch it on your screen, because I'm painting directly on a screen, it happily get that to a nice darker sort of colour to the way it looks in the picture. We can blend that and stuff anyway. We're trying not to do detail too soon, you know, just like I don't want to say that too many times, just like when you normally paint. Just like when you're painting. I suppose the reality is there's not that much difference. I know you're painting digitally, but the actual painting in the mind, it's not much different. I don't think, anyway. Anyway, let's have a drink. Let's think about the next bit. I don't really want to use this brush anymore. Well, it might work nicely for the sky. What was that one? Oh, that's quite a nice brush. I'll use that one. It's a gouache brush, I think. Let us do this. Now I want to go a bit darker than that. See, I'm making decisions already. So we're using a bit of the gouache brush, and it's got a little bit more well, it's got a little less transparency. Well, it's got a lot less transparency, as gouache does, really. It's a medium of pigment and chalk, and they put chalk in it to make it less transparent. Yes. See these videos? These are real educational videos. Yes. You'll learn something from these. If you're a beginner, you'll learn something anyway. If you're already an expert, you won't learn anything. Well, now you might. Who knows? Because some beginners, they teach advanced painters. Because when you're, I used to teach classes, and I used to watch what the beginners did sometimes, because they would do things that I didn't think of, and I'd be like, oh, that's good. Probably the most amazing thing that I saw was when I was teaching kids oil painting. Amazingly, I don't know. Yeah. You'd think that would be a mess, wouldn't you? But they were actually really good. And I think they were only like 7 or 8 year olds. Maybe a bit older. I think one of them was quite young. I can't remember how old now. She was probably the youngest. And I was amazed at her painting. because I was showing the technique, and she really wanted to do it. And she sat down, and she did a fantastic painting, absolutely fantastic. And I was like, wow, she did really well. And I thought to myself, wow, her painting's better than the one I did. and that was a good feeling. It's good to see people listen to what you're saying and then do something amazing. Oh, that's bright. I'm liking this brush, by the way. So it's pressure sensitive, this brush as well, so it's quite nice. So I could do my clouds differently to the picture if I want to. Have a bit of fun with it. Gonna make it a bit bigger. See what I can do. Yeah. I like these clouds. I need to sort this out though. I need to sort my horizon out. I'm gonna be brutal. Straight. About there. So what I've done is I've created a mask. And then I can just paint it, look. And it creates our horizon. Fantastic. And then here we go. And let's make another one. And let's go for a bit of green in that. Yeah, I don't like that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Let's see what it looks like. What's that colour there? That's not too bad actually. And what I could do, let's do some changes to it. We don't want it to be all the same level. So there's some trees back there, they're different heights. They're quite faint. Just breaking it up really. Don't want it to be the same. Don't want it to be the same. Trying not to have patterns as well. It's quite hard actually not to be patterny. Not to do like, say like you did a tree there and there and there and there. That would make it look a bit rubbish and unnatural. Then you'll go to a landscape and you'll see it like that in real life and you'll go, oh, Jason don't know what he's talking about, because I can see exactly what he said would look rubbish in real life. How dare he say such things? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Right, let's have a look at this. I quite like that. Let's do another layer. So I tend to do more layers each time I get to a point where I think, oh, that'll do. And so then if I don't like what I've done, say I make a right hash of this, which is, very possible, and I don't like it, then I could be like, oh, I just don't like it, I'll get rid of the whole layer. But I've still got this, so I've still got this base, but then, you can stop. I might have another, I might finish them clouds off now. Interesting the way that size. Oops. Whee! That's quite white. That's whiter than I thought it was going to be. Put in the white and then I'm going to put in the other colour. Doing it a little bit different, putting the dark in secondary, so it's just slightly off. Probably should have done this before I did that background layer. Well, there's no probably about it, I should have done. But then it does make it look different, because then we've got like a got a nice blue, a nice bit of blue, which I like. I'm going to break up some of this white as well. You can see the light is coming. I just used my finger then, you won't be able to see it. It's coming that way, I think. So that could help if we want a little bush somewhere, which I might have one actually. Let's just sort of use some straight strokes in here. That'll help sell the idea. There's all kinds of detail in there. Detail that you could zoom in and do, and I've done that a few times. I kind of want a blue. I kind of want a grey blue. So what's that grey? That grey is actually quite blue. Let's go with that. Let's see what this looks like. It's quite dark now, isn't it? That'll be alright. I want a bit of a in that cloud. I get carried away, I do. Start breaking up clouds and changing what I originally thought. Anyway, there we go. What's that look like? That's not bad. I'm going to change brushes again. Just giving it that little curliness. See, you could spend hours doing these sort of things, you really can. You can use your reference, or you could mix reference with various references. That's always good fun as well. I do that sometimes. Use like a picture of the beach and then a picture of somebody that you've seen, that you took a sneaky photo of. You're like, ooh, that'll be perfect for my picture. I remember when I was in London and I was with Clive from Clive 5 Art. Does acrylic paintings. He's It's good to watch actually. I find him quite relaxing to watch. He sent me a video to watch and I nearly fell asleep. It's relaxing. Yeah, and I saw this person walking under the pillars, and I thought, God, that'll make a good picture. So I took a photo, and I got the nastiest evils from this person ever. And I thought, I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought, I'd make a good picture. Not thinking I'd annoy somebody. So what's this? Chunky charcoal? What's that look like? Different, isn't it? I might use that for this. See what it looks like. I'm just thinking I can use it just to get some gaps in the paint, because I don't want it to be all like the same. Probably better to use this one fast. Yeah. Interesting. I'm always learning. I never stop learning as I do my art. Whether it's... Oh, I don't like that. Whether it's painting, drawing in real life, in real life, or on the computer, I'm always learning more. I think that's why you keep doing it, isn't it? Because you keep figuring some stuff out and you're like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. I remember when I first started using digital painting, and I thought, oh, am I cheating here? Is this a good thing to do? and then I started to think, well, it's actually good fun. How is this cheating? It's good fun. You know, if you can get a painting, if you can design a painting and not waste a load of canvases, then it's good, isn't it? It's just another way of doing stuff. Another way. Another feather to the bow. Yeah, that's something. That is something. Right, let's use another one. Let's use another brush. Let's go back to that one. I quite like that one. There's some different colours in amongst this. Whoops. Yeah, that's better. I'll probably go a bit darker on that as well, actually. Go a bit darker. A bit bluer, I'd say. Wait, what was the colour again? Let's just go darker. Try and get that dark along the side there and there. Actually, along here sometimes you get poppies and all sorts. It's quite good. It's quite a good place. Always was a nice walk along there. I always used to enjoy it. Just put a tree in there, and one there, some there. So I put some things in front of what we've done at the background. There's a load of trees there. There's a couple there. Maybe I'll have one there as well. It's not distant. There we go. And I can just see some little bushes. Might put one there as well. Get some different colours in amongst this. Have a few bushes there. I want that other brush. That one. Don't want to get rid of this dark here. Yes, there we go. Gone. Now, you can see a path there. There we go. Bit of green grass. I'm going to put a few lines in amongst this just to add that root inwards. The root inwards. Let's have a bit of this here. Just change that, be a bit lighter there. That would be that, wouldn't it? That'd be there. And then that would be there. Oops, that's not right. There. That's about right. We'll go with that. That can go there. That's quite nice. Some line in there, and I'm going to use the blender. Oh, I don't think I've got any dark on this layer. It's on another layer, isn't it? Put my dark in. That's the only thing you have to remember. If you haven't got any dark on your layer, it won't blend. Right, let's go again. That's quite interesting, those sort of marks. Oh dear. I'm going to take this a bit further now because I want the darkness underneath the grass. So I might zoom in a bit. That's a bit too big. This is kind of important to get that effect of that it is water. And also we want some line here just to flatten it out a little bit. See, these things you can, when you're doing this, you can remember this sort of stuff, and then when you do paintings, and you say you're just designing paintings for yourself or whatever, you can remember this sort of stuff, and then you can use it again and again and again and again. Each painting you do is another step, isn't it, towards mastery. It's funny how we all want to be a master painter. Oh yes, master painter, the greatest painter in the world. Well, I do anyway. We want to be a great painter, a great one, the best the world has ever seen. So I'm just doing like little flicks here and there, different greens. We'll zoom out and have a look, and then we can see what we need, what's missing. Quite like this sort of stuff. What brush? Let's use this brush. I kind of think this is another weird thing. Why is that not working for one? Oh, that's not a very good colour. I kind of think when I'm painting now, when I'm like doing digital painting as I am at the moment, I actually think the same way that I would if I was doing it manually. What do I think of that? Don't really like it. I think we need something different. Let's have a look for... Oh, I know. I like those. I put a few brushes in my Bob Ross group of brushes. I quite like this one. It was an imaginary if using a knife, and you like and you sort of pull in the paint. That's why I put it in there. But I thought it might work for this, just to get a shrink it down there. A bit bigger up here, because it's closer to us. So you get like a break in the brush, which I quite liked. I thought it might work for bushes and stuff as well. When I was, because I was designing my, giving away my secret. I was designing my paintings on here when I was doing my Bob Rossi paintings. My landscapes. That's not too bad. This brush does work quite well actually. Gives it a little bit of something anyway. Something more. See, I don't believe in... I think I said this in my last video. It's not always about the brush. A lot of artists, they're digital ones. They could do, you could do like something amazing, and they're just using the brushes that's available on Photoshop. And when I first started, I was like, oh, what brush are they using? What brush are they? What are they using? I could do with that brush. Is it a magic brush? Then you start thinking, oh, it don't really matter. Just all tools, isn't it? Tools to create. Right, I've managed to get somewhat quite good so far, actually. I have actually done a similar painting to this on my channel. There is a oil painting that's similar nature to this. I did it in sort of a Van Gogh kind of style. Well, I say kind of style because it wasn't Van Gogh style exactly. It was my way of painting. It's just it's from paintings that Van Gogh has done that I copied, that I kind of improved on my brushstrokes from learning from the masters. Just what I always like to do, you see. Learn from my favourites. So I might put a fence in. And I might put some dirt in as well. Well, get some of that dirt that's there. And I'll put some in here. Yeah, I'm thinking about a fence, because you get like, not exactly in this bit, but there is, in another bit, there is an old fence. That'll do. I kind of want to get another layer, see if we can get a bit of yellow, a yellowy colour. Oops. Shrink it a bit. I used to be able to shrink my brush easier than I can now, but for some reason it just stopped working, because I used to just hold and drag. I used to hold my button down and then I would use Alt and then I would drag it, and I could change my brushes and my settings really fast, but for some reason it won't let me do it anymore. Oops. So now I can't do it, which is sad. Just adding a bit of light areas and places. Maybe a bit more light in there. There we go. So, I want a few. There we go. Right, I want to put a fence in. Let us pick another brush. Yeah, that was the one I was using for bushes, look. It does work quite well. Right, let's do one. I'm going to use that dark there. Nah. Let's go greener. Let's go really dark. Because further up here, there is actually a big bush. But just to show you, let's have it there maybe. Yeah, this is going to put a spanner in the works, because now we've got to think about the light coming this way. So let's go for a lighter colour, and we'll put a little bit of a light area there and maybe there. And then I'll take some of this out. Don't want it there. I kind of feel like that's ruined it. Let's get rid of this horrible bush. There, goodbye. I don't like it. Let's go back to the fence idea. So, what's that one like? Let me try that. So I'm just messing around, just enjoying myself. Let's get some brown. Actually, it'd be more of a greyish brown, because there is some. It's going to be more smaller. What's that like? Yeah, go that one. Do you see how the fence posts get? Oh, let's get rid of that one. Do you see how the fence posts got wider as they got closer, and then they get narrower and narrower and narrower? That's sometimes missing in people's paintings for some reason, because that's the way it works. Try something else. I didn't like that. There we go. I'm just trying out pressure. So if I start heavy there, no, it's going to do that to me. Start light there, then get heavier. Not there. Something like that anyway. I'm not too fussed. But yeah, they get closer and closer and closer as they go off into the distance. I think that's about right. I'm not really that fussed. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? We'll just have one thing that goes across. And then, what layer have I put this on? So something else you can do is create a clipping mask, which means anything that goes on what I've painted will, let's get a different brush. If I use that one, a bit smaller. Whatever I do now, it affects it. So it means it won't affect anything that's not on it. That's not on the clipping mask. It won't affect it, which is good. I'm just gonna do a bit dark on this one side. I've just added a little bit of light here and there. Don't know why that line's come up. Oh my god, why has that line come up? I know what I'll do is I'll merge layers so it's all merged onto one, and I will duplicate it, copy it, create a new one. Has that thrown me that? That really has thrown me. Oh. Paste. Right, we're back in business. So, yeah, what was we doing? Well, we don't want that or that. So we put in a fence, and now, because we put in a fence, we need to put some grass on it. So we can go back to that one. And I can put some grass underneath. I was using a bit of that sort of stuff. Get a bit of colour there. Yeah, I quite like that. I do quite like that. I feel like there should be a bit of dark at the bottom of that. It's not as dark as I thought. It needs to be darker. It needs to be darker at the bottom there. There we go. But yeah, I quite like that. It's got quite a lot of movement and some changes, maybe because there isn't any dark in there. Maybe it needs a bit more dark in places where you can see a bit more. I know what I want to do. I'm going to get that, go a little bit lighter, get a pencil. It's a hard pencil, probably go a bit smaller, put in a few of these little strokes. Nice and small over there. This further away. And there we go. I think I'll call this one finished. Maybe I'll have a few there. Why not? Growing all over the place now. You could put all kinds of little things here and there, couldn't you? Beep, 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 beep. Why not? Maybe if I was thinking, this is going to be a painting I'm going to do, I'd be thinking I want a building. So I'll get a bit of this pinky colour. I think I'll put a building there. Let's use, where was that one? Right there. Whoops. Maybe stick a roof on it. Yeah. And then I'll put a little bit of texture on there. Maybe put in a door or something. I quite like it actually, the way that is, like that. I think I'll go like this. This actually reminds me of a building that's near me. Another one that I've actually painted on this channel. Woohoo! I might put a little bit of a bit of a window. Use a bit of that sky as well, just to go on the roof of that window. Go a bit darker. Maybe another window. Maybe we'll have two. We don't know, we're just making it up. I quite like it just blue like that. Anyway, I think I've gone over my time. I'd say I'm enjoying myself. I've probably gone over what I was going to allot myself to do something. Maybe there's a side building there. A bit of a roof. Something like that. You know, you can do whatever you like. It's your painting. It's just an idea. Just an idea. Okay, so we've got this building there. I might put a little bit of that grey in it actually. Just to send that blue back a bit because it's quite bright. There we go. And then I can go darker there because that area wouldn't get as much light. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Quite like having a little building there. Because there are some, but they're quite set back, so that's just something something different. So I think other than what I would normally see, which would be a few birds. I like that one. Don't like that one. That's too bright. One there. There we go. We'll leave it at that. But there we go. There's me painting on the computer again. But I've really enjoyed that. Had a lot of fun doing that. It's set up, isn't it? It's set up for some people in there, and it's set up for me to walk my dog on there again. I really enjoyed walking along there, and hope you enjoyed watching these. They're fun for me to do. I really enjoy myself because I'm being creative, and gives me ideas to paint as well. So thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.